Hello, this is my tutorial on how to fight Gobblegut in Super Mario Galaxy 2 using the optimal speedrunning strats. This is definitely one of the toughest bosses to get down in this game for speedrunning. A lot of people have had troubles with it. And in any percent, you have to fight this boss twice. You do it once in the normal start here, and then you also do it in the Comet here. Both fights are the exact same, so you can use strategies from here and vice versa. I'm going to be doing this on the Comet just so it's easier to show off. So, the strategy here is you want to hit all 6 of Gobblegut's bellyache bulges while he's in the air. And this requires some pretty specific movement, so I'll try to explain this as I go, but it's kind of hard because you can't really pause efficiently in this game. Okay, when practicing, make sure you watch this cutscene. Otherwise, the camera will be in a really weird position, and what you normally will do won't work. You don't have to watch the opening level cutscenes, you just have to watch the boss cutscene. So, yeah. So what I do is when I start, I hold an angle kind of between the up and up left notches, long jump as soon as I can, and then spin to hit the first bulge. Make sure when you're doing your spins, you're holding A to get the maximum amount of height. So that will get me to the first bulge, and then you want to land, and as soon as you land, do a backflip and aim for the second bulge with a spin. Now, these two should be consistent, so I'll try and see if I can get the first two and then explain the third one. There we go. Okay, this third hit is really weird. Gobblegut's positioning for this third hit is kind of random, so it's one of those things where you want to see and react. So right now, I think he's probably going to try to head that way, so I'm going to kind of try to position myself around here and angle myself so I backflip this way and get the third bulge. Oh, that was too far away. Fortunately, this is an easy one to back up. It's just the first one. So that's not how that should optimally go. Okay, this second phase is the harder of the two. I'll try to get an optimal showing of the first phase after I explain this. So, for the second phase, you want to hold straight down and just keep holding straight down because that will cause Gobblegut to kind of follow you and he'll start getting closer and closer to the planet. When you want to turn around is when you see this golden little dot on the ground, because if you shoot that with the star bit, you get a coin. Once you see that, run just a tiny bit past it. Like, make it so that half of Mario runs past it and the other half doesn't. And then turn around, go to the right. And then once you go to the right, you kind of want to go even further right, because otherwise Gobblegut will trail you closely and he'll try to hit you. If you don't, he'll just keep going down and he'll go out of your way. And then you want to kind of long jump as you're passing by a crystal on the ground, and you'll be able to see it. Mario's kind of like above it and to the left of it. You want to long jump there and try to spin pretty late because you want to get as much height as possible for the fourth hit. The fourth hit is one of the easier ones for me to miss anyway, so just make sure you don't turn around too early also, otherwise Gobblegut won't be close enough. So I'll try and show this off here. Just kind of watch the timing I use for this. Right here, go right. I don't know what just happened there. Okay, I'll try that again. If you make any mistakes on this fight at all, it kind of messes things up. And also, I think my nunchuck's acting a little weird. So that might make this phase a little difficult. But this also means I get an opportunity to show off the first phase properly. So just remember, for the first hit, hold between up and up left long jump, and then for the second hit, it should just be an easy backflip spin from where you land. And then the third hit is random. So there we go. That's an optimal first phase. Alright, so I'll try the second phase, and hopefully I actually go right this way. Once you get the first hit, try to land kind of around here so that you have maximum time to be able to perform a backflip. And then once you do this next backflip, try to hold down left. Otherwise, because if you don't, then there's a good chance Gobblegut might hit you, and that will completely throw it off. So doing so, it kind of causes you to brush up against Gobblegut's body, and then from there it should be an easy backflip to get the sixth hit. kind of want to hold down right for that 6th hit. Yeah, what I just showed you there is kind of the slower version of a perfect Gobblegut. It's kind of like the slow motion version, I guess, or the abridged version of a perfect Gobblegut. So now I'm going to try to show you at full speed, just so you kind of get the idea of how this boss is to go. This might take a couple tries, and this will definitely take a lot of practice to get down. This is not an easy fight to learn. But like I said, you do have to, again, watch the cutscenes, because it makes getting that same thing to happen every time more reasonable. But once you get this fight down, it's just a matter of executing all the inputs properly. And again, you do have to do this fight twice in any percent. By the way, I'm shooting out the star bits just so that's what you would do in an RTA, because you wouldn't get the text boxes after the stars. Oh, I got missed that 6th hit. Like, I don't normally miss. The 5th hit is probably the easiest one to get of those 3 if you do it properly. So yeah, if you need to back it up, you would just let Gobblegut bury his face into the ground and then try and get it. Alright, so let's try a couple more times to get a full speed one. If you happen to get lucky and Gobblegut gets close to enough to the planet and you're able to reach the hit from there with a backflip spin, definitely try it, because it will save you quite a bit of time. The best hit to miss is probably number 4, because it's really easy to back up. Alright, so let's try this again. Hopefully 3rd time's the charm for this. I guess this is a type of Alright, so Gobblegut kind of did a different movement pattern there, but I was still able to get that 3rd hit. I don't think it really mattered that much time-wise. Obviously, some will vary by a couple frames. Alright, so right there, Okay, so right there what I did is I didn't turn far enough right, and that caused Gobblegut to actually start to chase me around. That's probably the hardest part to get down to the 2nd phase, is just getting that turnaround done optimally. Alright, 3rd time's the charm. And optimally, if you do this boss fight correctly on the Comet, their IL time should be around a minute. Like a minute flat, 59 seconds maybe, if you do it really well. So right there, Gobblegut went off to the left that time, but again, you can still get the 3rd hit. Like I said, that 3rd hit will vary, depending on how you get the setup. Go. Also, try and listen to the music. That can be helpful for timing some of the jumps. So if you want to listen to the audio cues, if you notice Mario kind of jumps at specific times in the song, use those as well. Those would definitely be helpful. And on the Comet, just hold straight up left, long jump, and then once the camera's done turning, you hold up. And there you go. So I did that on the Comet. Like I said, this will work on both the normal star and the Comet, provided you watch the cutscenes. And so there you go. That is my Gobblegut tutorial. I hope that helps out. If you have any questions, just ask me, and I will try and answer to the best that I can. See ya.